Cheers, Muses. I'm ericapapillionposey, and welcome to another episode of Suits Souls by EPP, where I inspire you toward your style muse with timeless, classic, prim looks from my boudoir, as well as some content to assist you in your very best lifestyle. And as a reminder, hang out until the end for the mini photo shoot that I provide for you at the conclusion of this episode. And in today's episode, summer looks that sizzle, lounge, lunch, late night. We are embracing the summer heat with materials like raffia, linen, and lace, all tactile, breathable, sustainable materials that feel as good as they look. You heard me right. So this episode is sure to be a summer sizzler, right? With three sophisticated looks that I have specially curated for you to move effortlessly from like the pool or the beach to those post-sunset late night adventures, right? So before we get started with those three outfit inspirations, I wanted to leave a couple of housekeeping things with you that I think are of note or interest. The first being the day that I am recording this episode happens to be August 8th, 8-8, which is also my favorite number. It always has been since I was a child. Not to mention my birthday is on the 18th. And I have a lot of significant dates in my life that incorporate or encompass the number 8. Like the year I graduated from high school, the day that I went into university, lots of significance for the number 8 in my life. So if you are into numerology and or manifestation, today is the day to do it. So I hope that you are somewhere. Now, this episode is probably not going to air until Sunday, which is my typical upload day, but I'm recording on Friday the 8th. So I hope you're somewhere manifesting everything that you want in your life. And manifestation is truly about intention, releasing everything in your life that is not currently serving you so that you can make room for everything that you want to come into your life, so that you are aligned to be able to receive what it is that God wants to give you in your life today into your future. So just think about that one little thing. I love interesting tidbits like that to help you as a marker whenever you're having a bad period in your life, so that you have an opportunity and again, a marker to be able to spring from, to move forward in your life into the future. And, you know, sometimes people get stuck into ruts. Sometimes people get stuck into whatever's going on in their life. And there are always these little guideposts that God gives us so that we can move forward. And I think that 8-8 is one of those opportunities. It happens every year. Of course, 8-8 happens every year, but it is significant because it is the number of infinity. So you must continue moving through life and prepare yourself for alignment so that you vibrate higher, you resonate higher, you create higher, all of your highest self. And then the other housekeeping thing that I want to leave you with before we get started is the tour, the next tour. So our next episode, I am going to do a review of the past tour from this past June so that you are aware of what happened. You have some insight. There are a number of you that have said that you would like to come on the next tour with us, which we are in the throes of planning as we speak. The next tour will be June 1st through the 7th, June 1st through the 7th, 2026. So mark your calendars. I believe that we are doing initial deposits starting the 6th of October. Again, the 6th of October. I will have more information for you when I do the review of the previous tour in the next episode. So prepare to be there in that episode so that I can do the rundown for you, because you're going to want to come. I think there's only one thing from the previous tour that we are changing going into this next tour because it was so well received. And of course, you know, we had a problem with a particular person. And I really did choose not to move forward with discussing or giving light or audience to that particular person in my life going forward, because she is not a part of the legacy and the lineage that I am preparing. So she is of no consequence. The tour itself was fabulous. June 1st through the 7th, 2026. So mark your calendars for next week's episode, because I'm showing you all the goods next week, everything that happened, not everything, but the majority, so that you have the gist of what you're getting yourselves into, because again, it's going to be an extraordinary time. So save your coins, get prepared for those October 6th deposits for the next tour. So let's get into it. Those 3 summer sizzling style inspirations. Now, this is going to be a sexy one, all right? It's going to be kind of sexy. And one of the reasons that I wanted to do these style inspirations is because when I was in Italy in June, after the tour was over, I had the opportunity to swim in the Tyrrhenian Sea. The Tyrrhenian Sea literally sits in the heart of the Mediterranean Sea, but it also rides the entire west coastline of all of Italy and Sicily and Sardinia. So it's kind of sandwiched in between. Sardinia is an island that is further west of Italy itself. And then Italy is on this side with Sicily at the bottom, but it literally sits in the Mediterranean Sea, but sandwiched in between those barriers or blocks of land, right? Fabulous. And the Tyrrhenian Sea was magical. It was inspirational. It was otherworldly. There are a lot of marine life in other bodies of water that you wouldn't normally see here in the United States. So to swim amongst that kind of marine life, it really was otherworldly and magical for me. And I don't think I've shared with you before, but I love the sea. I love the water. I love swimming. I've been swimming since I was a child. One of the things that my father and mother did do for us as children is make sure that we vacationed as much as possible during the summer. So we always went somewhere. And we used to, first of all, we used to live in California. We lived in the San Francisco Bay Area, the Oakland area, primarily. We had relatives throughout that corridor of California anyway. So I learned to love the sea by living on the Pacific. And then when we moved back to Louisiana, from our short stint in California, he would take us to Florida. So we were always intimate with the sea, but no one in my family swam except for me. And I actually taught myself how to swim in the Atlantic by myself. That's right. You know I'm adventurous. You saw my skydiving videos. If it is extreme, I am going to do it at least one time. But I'm so heartened to know that our babies, my grands, my daughter, I made sure that my daughter grew up knowing how to swim. She always had swim lessons, and no different. She has taught the babies how to swim as well. We also are the newest addition who turned 8 months yesterday. 8 months. See, I told you number eight. we've been throwing his little behind into the water as well. So the community that I live in, we have our own pool in the community. It's an HOA closed community. So they come over constantly and use the pool here. And he loves the water. I think I'm going to have to get some video and pop some video up here of the last time that we were all at the pool. We had a magnificent time, and the baby is no exception. So he's taking to the water. We are a family of swimmers here, and he's no exception. He's loving it. So because I had the opportunity to swim in the Tyrrhenian Sea, all of these looks I created in homage to my trip to the Tyrrhenian Sea. And let me tell you something, these are kind of sexy. So just prepare yourselves, all right, with look number one. Now, this first number is a lace maxi that has splits up both sides, right? It has this severe drop back area here, but it is a raw silk. So when I say raw silk, it is a combo of silk and cotton, yeah? Which again, sustainable, breathable materials, just beautiful. I purchased this beauty at the store called Intimissimi. Intimissimi, what does it sound like to you? It's an Italian store. Intimates, right? Intimates, Intimissimi. And they are throughout all of Europe for the most part, right? But it is an Italian brand. I purchased that one there, along with some other things. Actually, I layered it under the bottom with this beautiful lace little number here, this leotard shapewear here from Spanx. I have had this one about 10 years or so, I think, but it paired beautifully with this lace, this sexy drop back lace number here. Tell me what you think about this look. I'm curious to know. You think it's too much for, I was getting ready to say, you think it's too much for the gram? Do you think it's too much for YouTube or the gram for that matter? But what accessories did I go with for that look? I went ivory, as you saw, and brown, chocolate brown. Look, you know I'm a chocolate brown stan. Brown has always been a favorite color of mine. It was just never given or offered in terms of garments, shoes, accessories, or whatever, with the regularity and the frequency that it is now, because it's become so popular and a really in-demand color in the hue, in the color family, right? So I went with this Raffia. It's more like a nylon raffia from Zara Clutch. I have seen it here. I know many people have bought it here in the States. I actually couldn't wait to get back to Italy in June when I bought mine, because mine was actually 29 euro at the Zara in Florence. Whereas here, I have seen the bag. I was in Zara on Monday, actually, and to return some things. And I saw the bag in there. I think it's 79, so 80 bucks here in the United States. Absolutely ridiculous. I saw so many items in Zara this time that were double. So I would say 50%, 40 to 50% increase from what the prices are in Europe. It's just ridiculous. So even with the conversion, it's just so much more expensive. And it's just stupid. It really is. And I picked up this scarf, beautiful satin scarf with Amazon. I'll link it for you in the description. I know some of these bags are still available. I really love the gold hardware on this clutch. It does come with a strap for crossbody shoulder wear. Again, you know, I'm a clutcher, right? So yeah, it's just a great clutch. I went with this Brixton hat. This Brixton raffia here, same material of the one that I'm wearing, which you've seen before. This Brixton is new to my collezione, and I actually purchased this one at Nordstrom during the end of season sale, and I picked it up for 10, 12 bucks. That's right. Nordstrom's end of season sale, $12, this Brixton here. I did find some similar on Amazon, so I'm going to link them for you in the description below. In terms of footwear, I went with these little kitten heels from Zara that I purchased about 5 years ago or so, something like that. You've seen these before. These are all leather. Fabulous, a cushioned footbed along with the really substantially cushioned straps here. Look how beautiful are these. How beautiful and rich is this chocolate brown. Oh, it was just what a great juxtaposition of colors. The ivory, ebony and ivory, or the chocolate brown and the ivory, right? And then I also went in with these aviators. As you know, most of my glasses, 99% of them come from Amazon. I have had these about 3 years now. I will link them for you. They are still available. I will link them for you. Yes, again, anything that is available, always check the description. If I don't have the exact item, if it's sold out for whatever reason, or it's something old, but I can find something comparable, I will always link it for you in the description below. Moving on to look number 2. Look number 2, I know you have seen this dress floating around a number of places, and it is from ASOS. It is this long maxi netted dress with these beautiful, substantial, almost bell sleeves. So it is like a crop sleeve though, just to the elbow there, with this crew neck on it. But I really like it. It is netted. You can see through it, but not very, it's more forgiving than something that is completely see-through like this lace number here. And then I layered under it with another of my Spanx shapewear. Yep, I'll link it for you. I actually linked a lot of shapewear for you in this episode. I've had 3-4 people ask me for shapewear. I don't wear a lot of shapewear because I'm always in the gym. I don't really need it. But when I wear things like this, obviously that has some see-through to it. You can't tell now because of how it's showing up on the screen, but it is definitely see-through. I know that this was available in 3 different colors. It was an ivory, this mustard color, and then black. The black is still available, and there were a couple sizes left in the ivory. This one was sold out, but I will still link it for you for those of you that are interested. Again, I did wear this shapewear under it because you needed to. This would be a fabulous number for going to lunch, right? So the first look was literally for lounging around. I don't know about you, but I love looking sexy in my home. I love lounging in lace. I really do. I love feeling good. I guess it's all about that whole soft life thing, but I love feeling good in my clothes. I like wearing my clothes. I hope you're wearing your things, right? Don't save them. You're not saving them. So you can still prance about your home in all of your prim and properness, in all of your good things, girl. Make sure you are wearing it. So yes, this one was certainly for lounging around. Yeah. This one definitely could go lunch, brunch, you know, with the girls or what have you, or your man or your favorite person, whomever that person is, you know. And what accessories did I go with for that look? I went with these leopard print, animal print flip-flops from Zara. Again, these are leather. I picked these up on clearance and they were $10. That's right. You know, there's like a big Zara sale that's still going on right now. Everything was 80% off when I went there on Monday to return some things. But yes, great cushion. Zara is not known for having shoes that are forgivable in terms of the footbed and the cushion availability in their shoes, but these are great. Again, great quality, all leather, fabulous flip-flop for $10 on clearance. And then I went with, you know, when you want to just throw out more leopards, more animal prints, right? I have this oversized leopard print scarf for when you want to, you know, again, lounge around at the pool or something, or you just want to bring it with you to throw over your shoulders wherever you're having lunch. You know, sometimes when you're lunching, if you don't want to sit outside and you're sitting inside, you want to have something to drape or throw over your shoulders because some of these southern states, when you go into these establishments, it's ridiculously freezing in these places. Unbelievably, unnecessarily frigid. All right. So this oversized leopard scarf would do the trick for you with that look. And then for the bag, I went with this Raffia straw bag that I also picked up from Mango. I have seen these a lot of places. I know Amazon has them, and another place that I saw has have these also. But I picked this one up from Mango on sale. I think it was part of their clearance, their end of season sale as well. But picked this one up from Mango. But I did see it. I will link it for you for the one that I saw at Amazon, right? And I think actually they're a lot cheaper on Amazon than they were at Mango. But I will link it for you. And then I went in with these aviator, Tom Ford inspired, my Amazon dupes for my shades, right? Well, you got to be prepared for the sun. If you're going to be sitting outside, you need to be prepared for the sun. That was look number 2. Tell me what you thought about that look. Moving on to look number 3. Number 3 is the late night look. Now, you're going to want to wear number 3 if you are, it's hot outside, like think of like speakeasy, rooftop jazz and cocktails by moonlight. This is the kind of look that you'll want to wear for one of those. Remember I said earlier on in the episode, post-sunset adventures. This would be one of those post-sunset adventures, but still looking straight, sexy, right? Right? These pieces, again, are all simple, but luxe and relaxed and intentional, and very intentional because of the time of year it is. And we want to make sure that we're dressing, again, cool, and we're prepared for the kind of weather that we're all experiencing, especially a lot of people that are dealing with these incredible, exorbitant summer heat temperatures, right? So look number 3 is a linen blazer. I got this linen blazer again from Zara. This is actually part of a suit, and the trousers to these are an extreme wide bell-bottom trouser, but the entire suit is 100% linen. I actually picked this suit up in Florence. Oh my gosh. I think since last February. It was part of the spring line that was coming out. But yes, picked this up in Florence, I think last February it was. Beautifully cut, beautifully crafted, and tailored linen blazer, again, that goes with some trousers. And actually, I have the trousers right here. Do you see how oversized and bell these trousers are? They're great. They move beautifully. And remember, I told you in a previous episode where materials are concerned, because we're talking about the sustainability and the wearability of certain types of materials. Do you remember in one of my previous episodes, I spoke to you about linen? So contrary to popular belief, linen is a ventilator and an insulator. So keeping you warm, but also the ability to keep you cool at the same time. So linen can be worn year round. It is one of those sustainable, breathable, year-round fabrics. You don't just need to wear linen or relegate it to wearing linen in the summer months. So again, we started with this blazer and we layered it with another Intimissimi lace number here that I have had about 10 years or so. She is, again, just like a slip pullover lace number here. Perfect for lounging or layering, which is what I did. You can see in the video here. I also wore a bodysuit under this one. More shapewear from Spanx. The thing that I really love about these Spanx is the boning in this one. It is super sexy. The cuffs, the cup in the piece is not so padded and overdone, but still structured very well for those of us that are more endowed, you know. But this boning helps it to prevent it from folding in. You know, sometimes when you wear certain types of shapewear, it like folds in or dents in, it rolls in if you don't have enough length in the torso area. And then there's also not enough give or extra adjustability in the strap area here, but I really love this one. It is fabulous. It is completely open back here. Of course, it snaps and unsnaps in the crotch area, but she's super sexy. Again, I've had this one about 12, 13 years. I've actually worn this one on stage when I've done certain operas. The accessories that I went with for this number, I went with this straw bag. I have had this bag about, I think maybe 8, 9 years or so. And I didn't want just a traditional, typical straw carry-all, right? So what did I do? I actually bought these heels, again, about 12, 13 years ago that I've had these. And it has these little balls here on top, these little fluffy black balls that are adhered to the top of the shoe. These are by River Island, by the way, River Island. It is a super sexy shoe, but I wanted to be able to marry this look together. And I actually bought these independently from Michael's craft store. And I did a super glue, a gorilla glue, them onto the front of the bag, just for some variation. I'm always looking to do little whimsical things to up the ante and have a little fun with my clothing. You should have fun when you dress, right? Yes. Tell me what you think about this look. Isn't it super cute and just adorable? And again, adds some variation on the theme, right? And this bag, this straw bag, was, I think, maybe $10 or something when I purchased it on Amazon years ago. I have seen them. I know that they are still available. I found some when I was linking for this episode. And I will make sure that there's a variation for you when you go and check them out, if you want to go and check them out. But tell me what you think about look number 3 for those late night, again, speakeasy, rooftop jazz by moonlight and cocktail evenings. Looks number 1, 2, 3, or all 3. But there you have it, our 3 outfit inspirations. Summer looks that sizzle: lounge, lunch, and late night. You'll let me know which ones you like in the comments. But thank you so very much, Muses, for joining me on another episode of Suits Souls by EPP. And do me a favor, before you go, please hit that like and subscribe button for notifications on all new episodes. And don't forget to head on over to Instagram and follow me there at Suits Souls by EPP. But until we meet again, a presto, Muses. Ciao.
Double leather, labels a squeak, rich mocha hue, melanin